We live in a dangerous world. The gods who built it vanished, leaving behind their instruments that aimlessly reshaped the land. These ancient relics harness an unknowable force we call the Anthem of Creation. But the Anthem refuses to be controlled. To survive, our ancestors invented the javelins and built cities with great walls. Today, it falls to a dedicated group of heroes to face the chaos, protect our homes, and fight for our very survival. We are freelancers. We leap head on.
Welcome freelancers and new beginners. In this video, a beginner's guide, I will help you in getting started in the world of Anthem with basic knowledge and comprehension of this exciting and fun game. So let's get started so you can get gaming. Now up here in the second area by the launch pad, you'll come up here where Prospero is, one of the characters that you get to talk to in the game. You'll come here and you'll check out the seasonal store and the featured store. In here you will see different armor packs which you could buy with currency in game earned through challenges, as well as medals, materials, wraps, and decals. Now from the left of the launch pad you'll have the vault, and in front you'll have the forge. In here you will be able to customize, create, and maintain and manage your javelin or multiple javelins. You're able to access the store through the forge, or without being here at the forge you can access it by the prompted screen through either holding the triangle or the touchpad. Now over here on the left at the vault, in the vault you will see different weapons. You will have the slots for the components which you could cycle through by hitting L1 and R1 prompted on top of the screen. In here you'll be able to choose between your different javelins, the different pieces of gear that you have, weapons, components, etc. Also for the crafting, there's not much here, but it just shows and gives you a brief description of the crafting material. Down the road I'm sure this will be changed. Excuse me. Now in here, when you go into your said javelin that you're playing with, you'll be able to go and check out the different pieces of gear that you get that's new or old. And for the maintaining and maintenance of your pieces, you can either delete them like a mass deletion. You will be able to do this even after events and contracts and missions that you do. Now all the gear is ranked. You have your uncommon, you have your common, the white and green, then blue rare, purple epic, orange masterwork, yellow legendary. These are different rankings and rarities of pieces of equipment that you get while progressing. Now for the mass deletion, you can go ahead and at the bottom left part of your screen see it toggles the mass salvage. You're going to push the triangle and then you can go ahead, select all, and then prompt to delete all of the pieces that you want to be deleted. You would have to individually select those pieces not to be deleted. Now backing out of that, you can go ahead and you can just individually select the piece that you would like to delete as well. Moving on from there, we're coming over to the launch pad and we are actually going to go into the forge. Now in here, while managing, maintaining, and making your javelin look good.
Let's give your javelin a once-over.
So the once-over that we're going to do is pretty basic. In here you'll be able to see all your weapons, assault launcher, support class, components, and grenades. Now you're able to create up to 5 different loadouts per javelin. That's 5 loadouts for 4 different javelins. Now you will be able to and check the grenades. Now each of these are individual different grenades that you can use, that you'll be able to choose from, that all have different attributes and inscriptions and abilities per the piece of equipment. Moving on to the weapons, you're able to choose two different weapons, a primary, a secondary, and then here you could choose even the same weapon. Moving on to the melees, you will have 2 different types of melees. One will be a detonator, one will be a primer. Next to the rampager, that little star symbol indicates that it is a detonator. The little circle with the dot indicates that the transmuting fault is a primer. 2 different types of melees, 2 different affected abilities with them. Now moving on with the assault launcher class, and here you will have different abilities that you can use for your assault launcher: detonators, primers, raw damage. On from there, we'll move to the support class. You will have, just like melees, 2 different types of support. Usually one is doing damage, one is doing more of a support or a health role. Now moving on, we are moving on over to the components section, the mainstay build of your javelin. Now in here, you'll be able to create different types of loadouts, such as, let's say, like a mage, like a healer, like a raw DPS. You're able to make a support class role, all with the different kind of components that are synergized together. Now, the power level on the right hand section of the component indicates the strength and the power of that piece. The added pieces actually create the total number up in the upper right hand corner of your power level said javelin. The lower the power level, the lower the overall power of your javelin and damage will do. Now you have different components that you'll end up ranking up through: uncommon, common, rare, the epic, masterwork, which was not shown, and legendary. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the fun section of this video. The appearance. Up in the upper left hand screen, just pushing R1 scrolls you over to it. In here you'll be able to change the appearance of your javelin extremely by different pieces of armor, which you can either get in store through the armor packs, or even through some challenges that the game developers have given us through playing the game. Now once you're able to collect these different pieces of armor, you're able to actually individually select the different sections of your javelin to create and customize your very own look. The individual rarity of the said piece of armor does not affect any part of your gameplay, does not affect any part of your character. It is all just cosmetic. Anything that's appealing to the eye. Make your javelin look good. Make him an individual. Separate him from the rest. Bringing the thunder, as Prospero says, you must look good. Now you're able to choose any or whatever piece that you would like to choose. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can get real up close and taking a look at these different pieces of equipment, seeing the beautiful detail that BioWare has actually put into it. Now we're going to go check out the vinyl section. And here, just like through the store or challenges in a game, you're able to collect different vinyls and decals. These are simple little wraps and little just little like stamps on your javelin that will separate you and the individuality from anyone else. Wraps will actually change the majority appearance of your javelins. If you scroll over to the buy section, you're able to even go directly to the store. Little side note, directly to the store to be able to buy these through your in-game currency. Now, of course, in-game currency is the coin there at the bottom left and right of the screen. That is earned also through daily challenges, weekly challenges of playing the game. You can also change, a lot of people don't know this, you can change the appearance by cleaning up your javelin so it doesn't look like a default. You can make it bling bling, or you can make it grimy, dirty, grungy. Maybe just a little bit older, weathered, tattered, like some of the older vets like to do. Yeah, we've been through hell. So once you get the appealing look that you would like to choose, you can go ahead, select it. Now we go to the animations. The animations are through an emote wheel by pushing down on the D-pad in game. You can, wave at people. You can throw a target beacon, which will kind of show a direction in which you'd like people to go. You can even call out for help if you're having trouble with something. And hopefully another fellow freelancer is willing to go ahead and give you a hand in maybe even a difficult task. You can also buy these emotes through the store and even collect them without having to buy anything through challenges in seasonal events and challenges throughout the game. Once again, the rarity of these do not affect the power level or gameplay of your javelin. It is all cosmetic. It is all on like how you would like to appear. Some of these emotes even are displayed at the end of missions. Now moving on to the material section. In here you're able to fine-tune the appearance or look of your javelin. You can even change the color of the different material. Now also doing challenges, or even through the store, they'll have material at time that you can buy with the currency or by completing the challenges as well. Now in here, this will drastically change the individual parts and pieces of your javelin to give it a unique look all its own. Now if you back out and go back in on the same piece, you'll come to the color wheel, or the color palette. Sorry. The color palette will also change the javelin's look. You can go ahead and give it a neon look if you like, or you can give it more of a realistic material looking type of look if you would like. These are preset colors that the game has given you, but you can also scroll on up to the custom color section and custom color, creating your own color that you would like. And if coming into the color section, you could spin with the left joystick to be able to move around the outer ring of the color. The right joystick moves the ball inside the color template. You could choose from black, white, or the color itself. And just moving around, you're able to individually pick the exact color that you're kind of going for. That will give that javelin look a nice looking pop to it. Of course, more of the white will give it a little bit more pastel look. And all the looks do look different when you change materials. No two are ever looking the same, even on the color wheel. Now they have different materials, even the soft ones. You can get camos, different patterns, leathers, different textural skins, and different paint jobs. Some are shiny, some are very glistening, others can be even flat, almost like a matte like. They also have metals. Now in here you can even make it shiny, have some texture metals. And they have different color metals as well, as like chromium, bronze, silver, and even gold, as you can see. Now moving on there, we're going to go check out on the map. All throughout this place you will be looking at what you need to be completed. Here at the Bubble Talks, you'll see on the right hand, using the legend, different conversations your player can go to converse with the people in Tarsus. In doing so will advance your gameplay and the game mode. Now the one with the triangles that says missions, those are actually usually directly affected towards the main game's storyline. You're going to want to follow those to be able to progress through the story and advance your javelin, your character, and your pilot. Now, just by touching the touchpad when you're in the world, you will go to that map screen and be able to get your bearings throughout Fort Tarsus. Once you've got all your loadouts and your look all the way you'd like, hop into your javelin and take it for a flight. And here you'll have prompted on the screen all the different types of missions, strongholds, free play, and the seasonal events if they're available for you to choose from. Now in the mission section you'll be looking, remember to look for those triangles on the map legend. Those are your storylines that you're going to want to follow. The contracts are the yellow, legendary contracts are purple, and the talk bubbles are not going to be there. You will follow along with the stories and the missions to move in advance. Moving on to free play. In the free play section you'll be able to choose from these individual striders. Once you select them, those are the striders that you will start in the free play when that is unlocked, I believe after your first mission. Now moving on to strongholds, the seasonal part, they have what they have called inversions. Inversions are specific stipulations that happen through the game. Moving on to strongholds. Strongholds are more of an end game feature. Once you complete all your story missions, you'll be able to choose from one of the 4 different types of strongholds that you actually go through during the actual gameplay. Now these strongholds actually are more for end game players when you hit the pilot level 30. Legendary contracts are usually obtained after doing all contracts. The story mission contracts that you do throughout the game. Quick play when you get it unlocked is actually going to run you through missions you've already done, setting you up with other players. That when you have the quick play unlocked, I would suggest going through. It will actually give you more XP to be able to rank up your character's pilot level. That will have you unlock all different features and javelins along the way. After you select one of those, you'll go to the difficulties. More than likely you'll have only up to the hard level unlocked. Grandmaster 1, 2, and 3 will be locked. I would suggest hitting the hard It's not that hard going through it. Take your time, go through the missions. Hard mode will actually give you the most XP for your javelin and your progression. Once you get your masterwork levels unlocked, as you can see on the right hand side, free play, the power level is at 430, I believe. Strongholds power level 50. Those are the minor that you're allotted to be able to go in. Anything less, you're going to be more of a hindrance to other players. Now, once you hit your difficulty level, just checking that you've selected the right mission. Once again, follow along with the triangles for the story mission progression. Right now I have those all done, so I have to choose a contract. Even when you get those selected, your difficulty selected, you can scroll over by hitting R1 to your banner. Also, you can invite other players or friends to come along with you, giving you a hand. More players, the more XP at the end of missions. Once you select, maybe get a friend in with you, you can go ahead at the bottom of your, prompted on your screen. You can, let's get back to it. You can push and hold the triangle button where it says in the bottom section of the screen, it says modify the banner. You're going to come here. Now you'll have different banners that will give you an appealing look to who you are for other players, or if you'd like to just showcase the Ranger or Interceptor, Colossus, or Storm that you primarily are using or enjoy the most. After selecting banners, you'll scroll on over. Now once these are unlocked, when you progress up, these are sigils or consumables. These give you a boost throughout your gameplay. Epics, when they're unlocked, the blueprints, you can create these sigils that increase, let's say, damage by 30%. You can take a reduction of damage by 20%. And basically fill in the gaps of your build that you may be weak in, or you can put on the sigils that will increase your strengths. Once you have your sigils unlocked and on, more than likely through the progression, you go ahead and start off your mission. Now once this is loaded up, you will be able to be actually in the gameplay.
Okay, what's the contract, Maddie?
There's a shaper relic I would love to study giving off a strong reading. Let's take a look.
I'll check it out.
Now that you're loaded into the gameplay, you'll have a waymarker on your compass. The waymarker will show you what direction you need to go to for your contract or mission that you're currently involved in. One thing nobody really describes is the hover aspect. You're going to want to jump, and when you jump, push on the L3 button to actually just hover. You'll have your grenades, you'll have your guns, and you will have a good time playing this game. Now you're going to want to follow that way marker, which is the progression of the mission objectives that need to be completed that are posted in the upper right hand of your screen. Now as you play this game, explore, try different things, have fun,
The relic is far worse than
meet
I
new
suspected.
people.
We must silence it. Gather the fragments carefully.
Once you follow the objectives, it will help you most partly in the long run, and I hope that this video has helped you in getting started and having a blast in Anthem. Remember, loadouts that you've created particularly dictate what type of gameplay style that you may enjoy, whether it's melee, whether it's DPS or ultimate. I hope this video has really helped you guys out, and I will see you on the front lines in Bastion. Until then, freelancers, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you have enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button now. Also, please feel free to comment down below. Tell me what you think. Did you like it? Did you not? If you are a reoccurring or new viewer, consider hitting that subscription button. Turning on the bell will notify you first when I stream live and post new videos. And once again, I thank you.